So this valve is leaking. It's turned all the way off. You can't make it turn anymore. And water is still dripping out. So this means there's a rubber stopper or a rubber washer or a rubber seal in here that we have to replace. If you try and tighten this down anymore, all you're gonna do is break it. So don't do that. So first thing I gotta do is turn the water off inside. So we find the valve that controls this valve. Here's the valve that controls the faucet outside. Turn that off.
We are guarding we've got, they're like two statues on either side of the, like at the public library, instead of lions, we have two dogs.
All right, so the camera's running.
The camera is running.
Put your hand through there.
Okay.
And you just point it at me. If you want to get in
And
closer.
what do I punch to make it run?
It's running now.
Oh, it's running. So I
you
don't
can
have
look.
to do
You can look
anything.
right here. This,
Oh yeah, and that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. It's not too hard.
no, it's easy.
Yeah. So, how long does this operation take?
Well, in a perfect world, about 5 minutes, but.
But this is not necessarily a perfect world.
This is Eric's world, so.
Eric's world.
So
We'll
first thing you
see.
do is you have to take the, I don't know what you call that, the knob of the valve off. There's usually a screw on here. There's no screw on this one, so we're just gonna pop it off.
It could be a handle, I guess.
What do they call that?
I'm at a loss. It's a very familiar thing, but
We call it the turny thing.
the turning thing.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So what you want to do now is you have to take the valve assembly out of its housing.
The valve assembly. Okay.
You can use a crescent wrench or a pipe wrench.
We're still turned off downstairs.
Or I turned off the valve downstairs.
Yes,
I made sure.
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's off.
It's off.
Here, give me the camera for a second. I'll do a close up.
A close-up.
It doesn't want to come off.
Get in close here.
So I've got the pliers on the bottom of it. This can be kind of tricky to grab onto because there's just not a lot of surface area there to get your wrench on. But you get that off. And you pull that out. And that's the seal that needs to be replaced. So before you fix this leak, you go to the hardware store and you buy a box of assorted flat washers to fix the valve. Or what you can do is you can go to the hardware store with the valve that you've taken apart and you can match this washer. They've got these little drawers full of washers. And Henry likes to go to the hardware store, so we're going to go to the hardware store. You want to go to the store? Yeah? Come on, let's go. That fits right there. Perfect. Is this gonna work, Hen? Yeah, you don't want to eat that. All right, let's go. So we're gonna take the old washer, this little screw here, we're just gonna take it out. This pops right out. And we're gonna put the new washer, we just got at the hardware store, in there. And I'm going to do this while holding the camera, all right? One hand. That comes out. Take your new washer. Put the screw in there. And put that in there. There we go. Before you put this back in the valve housing, you want to make sure that this is all the way in the open position. In other words, it's not screwed to the off position, but it's all the way to the on position, because that way when you screw this in, you won't mash the seal, the washer, into the into the valve seat. So this, with our new washer, goes right like that. Just tighten that down. This can be a little tricky. Close it down, and we'll go turn the water on. Check it. Turns off. No drips. There you go.
So it works.
Yeah. Mind the shot,
Very good.
Charlie?
Well, the water was in the shot.
Water's in mine.
You're not necessarily in the shot.
Do I have to bend over like this?
Well, I can go up, but then I can't get you in the water unless I go further away.
Well, we proved that the water works.
We proved that there's water here. And, though I don't know if you can prove that it's not leaking.
It's not leaking.
We think it's not leaking.
We know it's not leaking.
You know it's, I see a drop coming out. I'm not allowed to say that.
No, you're not allowed to say that.
There is a drop there, right?
Oh, that's the packing that's leaking. I'll fix that. After you've replaced the washer, then you get water leaking out the valve stem here. You need to tighten up this thing called the packing nut here. And I can tell this one's loose just by going like that. So you want to have the valve open all the way, and then put a wrench on the packing nut and tighten this down. And that stops that. That tightens up the valve, tightens up the seal around the valve stem, and there you go.
Good job.
Yeah, no leaks.
Drip is gone.
You can cut off for my...
No, I've got you in the picture. I can get you in the
So
picture.
this is what we call the closer. So,
The closer.
well, this is the end of the show.
Yeah, I got it.
All right. Anyway, you can see it's easy enough to fix your leaky valve. You just go to the hardware store, buy a little assortment of washers. One of them will invariably fit. If it doesn't, take the valve down to the shop and they'll fit you a washer. And it's easy. Just remember to turn the valve off inside before you do any work. And have your neighbor like Charlie here to
hold the camera.
hold the camera. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Goodbye.
You tired? You gonna take a nap?